Barely a week after Barangay Ginebra San Miguel hoisted the 2018 PBA Commissioners Cup trophy, the league is set to open the 2018 PBA Governors Cup with 9 returning reinforcements, 4 of whom had already seen action in the previous conference, and only 3 newbies as the season-ending conference opens on Friday at the Ynares Center in Antipolo City. Commissioners Cup Best Import Justin Brownlee leads the returning imports. A few familiar faces will be donning new jerseys as former Alaska Aces import Romeo Travis now suits up for the Magnolia Hotshots and Mike. Optimus Prime Glover is set to play for the TNT KaTropa after a previous stint with the GlobalPort, now known as NorthPort, Batang Pier. Henry Walker once played for 2 PBA franchises, Alaska Aces, 2014, and the NLEX Road Warriors, 2016, but now is with the Blackwater Elite. San Miguel's Arizona Reid is also in his 3rd season with the Beermen after having played for Rain or Shine in 2013. Brownlee, Walker, Eugene Phelps of the Phoenix Fuel Masters and NLEX Oluwaseolu, who debuted towards the end of the elimination round, are the 4 imports who have experience in the previous conference, while Jonathan Bullock, Rain or Shine, and reigning best import Alan Durham, Moralco, have rejoined the teams that first brought them to the country. The new-look NorthPort Batang Pier will debut American Bahraini winger Rashid Woods, and the Aces signed veteran NBA journeyman Mike Harris. Colombian Dip, which did not pick up a single win last season, has added 6'5" international player Akeem Wright and hopes he can help new coach Jonathan Cardle turn the franchise around. Let's now go through how each import could make a difference for their respective teams this conference. Akeem Wright, 6'5" SF, Kansas State University, Colombian. There's nowhere to go but up for the Dips. The team improved in the Commissioners' Cup and with the right help from an import could contend for a playoff spot. Wright, 33, has made a living playing international basketball with stops in the Middle East and the European circuit, where he suited up for Cyprian club Apple and averaged 14.5 points and 5 rebounds per game in the 2016-17 FIBA Europe Cup. Known for his inside incursions and offensive tenacity, Wright fills many needs for Colombian. Wright, a Philadelphia native, isn't afraid to mix it up inside, and if Commissioners' Cup import John Fields is to be the benchmark, then the Dips may have found another player to infuse some energy into Cardle's system. Eugene Phelps, 6'4" PF, Long Beach State University, Phoenix. Phelps is looking to return from a disappointing 2017 cut short by injury. If his performance for the Fuel Masters last conference in the face of larger imports is any indication, he is not only ready for the upcoming grind, but also fits well in Coach Louis Alas's system. With the acquisition of former Alaska Beast Calvin Abueva, Phoenix now has 2 legitimate rebounders that can take over a game. Phelps will find himself playing at the pivot a lot as the Fuel Masters hope to stretch the floor with Matthew Wright's range and their point guards getting clean looks from opposing defenses that will be trained on stopping Phelps inside. Phelps averaged 31.6 points and 17.4 rebounds per game for Phoenix last year. Phelps is trimmer, quicker and more aggressive, and may just lead the Fuel Masters to the playoffs in the Governors' Cup for the first time since 2016. Rashid Woods, 6'5" SF, Kent State DePaul, NorthPort. Woods' last outing was with Mexican club Ostineros de Guaymas, where he not only averaged almost 18 points per game, but also shot an astounding 42% from beyond the arc in 46 games in that Cibacopa League. He is a natural scorer and averaged a steal a game in Mexico. Woods played in the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and Oman. If Woods can assert himself on offense, All-Star guard Stanley Pringle could wind up leading the conference in assists. Woods' rebounding and assists often get overlooked, but he is a high-octane player that fits the mold of what coach Pito Gerencio traditionally looks for in an import. Mike Harris, 6'5" SF, Rice, Alaska. This 35-year-old veteran has a rap sheet that probably has the most glitter of all the present imports in this conference. Harris has had 4 stints with the Houston Rockets, 1 signing with the Washington Wizards, and in 2013 got some burn with the Utah Jazz. His crowning achievement thus far was being named MVP of the NBA G League for the 2009-2010 season, after averaging 25.3 PPG for the Rio Grande Valley Vipers. Remembered as a tenacious defender and feisty penetrator, Harris also saw a lot of action in the Chinese Basketball Association (CBA) and in the South American circuit. With the departure of Abueva and the enlarged role of power forward Vic Manuel, the Aces may have the necessary tools to improve from their lackluster showing last year. And if the grizzled Warrior can bring some semblance of vocal leadership on the floor and be an extension of coach Alex Compton, then Alaska could enter another semi-final series and perhaps even give the franchise another legitimate title shot. Henry Walker, 6'4" SGSF, Kansas State University, Blackwater. Walker's NBA credentials: he averaged in double figures for the New York Knicks, 11.9 points per game in the 2009-10 season, translated to being one of the more prolific imports of 2014 when he first donned the Alaska colors. In last year's edition of the Governors Cup, Walker posted 27.5 points and 16.8 rebounds per game. Under new coach Bong Ramos, Walker has been given a lot more freedom to run the offense, but as evidenced in his plug-in role during the Commissioner's Cup, he found himself lost in the intricate system, and the Elite was only able to muster a solitary triumph. With Poyerem out because of his Asian Games service, Walker may have to emulate the all-around brilliance he displayed last year, which enabled Blackwater to barge into the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. If Walker can be trusted to handle the ball more and create for his team, then the Elite may just wind up making some noise this conference. Jonathan Bullock, 6'5" SFPF, Cleveland State University, rain or shine. Bullock was signed as an undrafted free agent tight end by the NFL's New York Jets in 2009 despite not playing a single game in college. He did not make the team and eventually found himself playing basketball professionally in Australia, Belgium, Iceland, Finland, and eventually last year for the Elasto Painters. Those who remember Bullock's game will recall him being a smaller version of rain or shine import Wayne Chisholm. Bullock finished with 21.5 and 9.9 rebounds per game, finishing the conference after taking over from original reinforcement J.D. Weatherspoon. Bullock helped the Elasto Painters to 7 victories in its final 10 games, including a win in the quarterfinals against TNT, where the KaTropa enjoyed a twice-to-beat advantage. With the core of rain or shine still in the Asian Games, Bullock will be the most rested import when the Elasto Painters play their first game on September 26 against Magnolia. He knows the system well and is primed for an opportunity to help his squad continue its winning ways after nearly advancing to the Commissioner's Cup finals.